Today in maths, we are going to learn about arrays, and these are going to help you understand what multiplication is. So I want you to have a good look at this picture of the cupcakes, and I want you to see whether you can find the number sentences 2 times 5 and 5 times 2. Pause the video, have a think about it, look at the images and try to find these number sentences. How did you get on? Did you come up with the same answer as I have? So if you look at the first image over here, I have found the number sentence 2 times 5. Can you see that I've put a circle around 5 cupcakes and then another 5 cupcakes? So that means there are 2 groups of 5, or you can say 2 lots of 5, or 2 times 5. The times symbol, you can say it in different ways, but it means the same thing. On the next image over here, you can see that I've drawn circles around the cake slightly differently. And this time I've found 5 times 2 because there are 5 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in each group, there are 2 cupcakes. Now, can you see here the question? It says, can you represent this array using another object? Now, you don't need to use cupcakes to represent arrays. You can use anything you like. So if you look at my slide here, can you see what I've used here? I went into my kitchen and I found some pasta, and I have represented the same array using pieces of pasta. So here I've got 2 groups of 5, 2 lots of 5, 2 times 5. You can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of pasta, and then there are another 5 pieces of pasta. In this image over here, I have done it slightly differently. This time I've put them going down like this, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 2. There are 2 pieces of pasta in each group. So you can see that actually you don't need to use cakes. You can use whatever you like to represent the different arrays. And that's what I'm going to be asking you to do today. But before we do that, I'm going to move you on to the next slide. So I would like you to have a go at looking at this image. I've used paper clips this time. And I want you to find 2 times 4 and 4 times 2. Pause the video, have a think about it. Did you get the same answer as me? So, as you can see again, I have drawn circles around the paper clips in 2 different ways. The first image over here represents 2 times 4. There are 2 groups, and in each group there are 1, 2, 3, 4 paper clips. Now the other image shows it slightly differently. This time there are 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, and in each group there are 1, 2 paper clips. So this time I would write 4 times 2, okay? Now let's have a go at one more of these before you get onto your own work. Okay, so have a go at this one, the same kind of thing. This time I've used pencils. So do you see what I mean when I said you can use all different objects to represent arrays? So have a think about it. What multiplication does my array show? Okay, pause the video, have a think about it, write it down, and then see whether you've got the same as me. Did you get the same as me? If you did, well done. So can you see what I've done this time? I have done, so for the first one, I've again drawn circles. This time, how many groups have I got? I've got 2 groups. Can you see? 2 groups, and in each group, there are 5 pencils. So that one shows 2 times 5. Now this one underneath, this time there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. But this time there are 2 in each group. There's 2 there, 2, a 2, a 2, and a 2 there. Okay, so 5 times 2. What about the cakes? So this time, we've got some cakes. Have a go. What multiplication does my array show this time? Pause the video, have a go, write down your 2 number sentences that this array could represent. How did you get on? Did you get the same as what I have? Okay, so again, I've shown you by drawing circles around the cakes. This first one over here, how many groups are there? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. You can see I've got 4 here. And in each group, there are 1, 2, 3 cakes. So my number sentence would be 4 times 3. 4 groups of 3. 4 lots of 3. For the next one, I've got the same amount of cakes, but I've drawn the circles around it differently. So this time, count how many groups there are. 1, 2, 3 groups. I've got 3 down here. And in each group, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 cakes. So my number sentence would be 3 times 4. There are 3 groups with 4 cakes in each group. 3 lots of 4. 3 groups of 4. Right, I'm now going to explain your activity for the day. Now, this is going to be a very practical lesson, and to show me what you've done, you can take a photo of all the different objects you use to make arrays. So remember, you can go around your house and find different things. I use pasta in my house, but again, I showed you things like using pencils. You can use bits of Lego, you can use your toys, you can use whatever you like. Now, if you can't find any objects at home to use, that's absolutely fine. You can still do the same activity. You can draw it, and I will show you on the next slide in a moment. So, the learning for you to do today is to make arrays using objects to show these number sentences. So you need to show 3 times 2 and 2 times 3. And then the next one, 4 times 5 and 5 times 4. The next one is 3 times 10 and 10 times 3. And then the next one is 6 times 5 and 5 times 6. And then your challenge would be to make up your own arrays. Okay, so like I said, use different objects in your house. If you haven't got objects that you can use, you can do what I've done on the next slide. Here I've shown the first one. Can you see that I've done 3 times 2? So I've got 3 lots of 2. And I've also shown 2 times 3, because if I look at it this way, there are 2 groups of 3. Okay, so I've just drawn it there, and I want you to start thinking about, what do you notice about when we do these multiplication sentences? Have the amounts changed? Are they the same? This is going to help you. These arrays are going to help you a lot with working out multiplications. So good luck with your learning. Don't forget to send in some photos. I would love to see what you've used to make your arrays. Okay, good luck, platypuses.